Good afternoon, everyone. It is Joe once again. I'm coming to have another sit-down chat with y'all. You'll have noticed that the screen is black, and the reason for that is a very close friend of mine made the suggestion to me to start recording them as podcasts. So I'm recording it like this to see how it goes across. Do you guys like it better with the video or without the video? Should I release it as podcasts? Anyway, so today I'm going to get a little bit more technical, if that's possible, than I have in the past. Um, and the reason for that is I'm delving a little bit more deeply into some of Napoleon Hill's theories. Now, you guys know that how much I like Napoleon Hill. I've quoted him probably 3 or 4 times in my last few videos, and he's got an amazing book called Think and Grow Rich. Really, really good material. I strongly suggest you guys take a look at it. What I talk about here, I pulled from one paragraph of his work. So today, so last time I talked to y'all about the road less traveled. Today I want to narrow the scope a little bit and talk about what that road is more specifically. But not so specifically as to contradict that character which each of us uniquely applies to our road. That means that the road less traveled is not the same for everyone. It has characteristics that are similar, but it's also unique to each of us. At the end, I'm going to talk about how this relates to the difference between being broke and impoverished, because there is a difference. A very, very important difference that has changed the way that I look at economic gaps. So most of you have heard the joke that the meaning of life is 42, and that's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It appears at first glance to be anticlimactic nonsense generated by the supercomputer Deep Thought. However, in computer languages, an asterisk is often used to mean whatever you want it to be. And in ASC2, the most basic computer language, the asterisk is designated by the number 42. And it's appropriate. The ultimate meaning of life is not determined by what we want, but the shape of our lives. And the quality of life we enjoy is shaped by our choices, and most importantly, so is the development of our creative genius. I suppose another way to describe the road less traveled is the road to the creative genius. Now, what do I mean by creative genius? Understand that when I say this, I'm talking about a unique state of mind that has both an assumed definition and which takes on different traits depending upon the specific person whose genius it is. That is to say, genius is a state of mind which is not only conducive but complementary to the achievement of the dream which I asked everyone to explore in my last video, which I released last month, my last sit-down video. Napoleon Hill, yes, I'm referencing him again, as I said before, tells us that the mind is a creature of habit. It thrives upon the dominant thoughts that we feed to it. So if we fill our minds with thoughts of despair, self-pity, and real or perceived social estrangement, we drift away from our genius. When we fill our heads with positive thoughts, like love and romance, adventure, and our dream, we end up rewarding ourselves justly for our achievements, elevating our consciousness of ourselves and others, and conditioning our genius. Here's another Hill quote. There is no other way to genius than through positive self-effort. So many of you have probably already guessed where I'm going with this. That's right, the difference between being broke and impoverished is that broke people are still fighting for the development of their genius, while impoverished people are really first impoverished of mind because they have given up on the attainment of their genius. Now keep in mind, those are both my own definitions. I'm making a distinction here. And I'm just using broke and poor and impoverished to designate those two. So broke people are still fighting for the development of their genius. Impoverished people have given up on it. So someone who's poor and living in economic poverty may not in fact be impoverished. And someone who comes from a wealthy background, who's materially wealthy, may in fact be impoverished and thus find himself in a state of having very little money at some point in the future. Broke is temporary, poverty is much more permanent. Think of it as two streams running in opposite directions. The impoverished are in one stream, while broke and successful people are in the other. The difference being merely that the successful ones are farther along. The ones in the negative stream get swept into deeper poverty the longer they stay in that stream. The ones in the positive stream generate ever greater genius the farther they are along in that stream. It is possible to cross from one stream to the other by great effort, help, or calamity, or some other event or sequence of events which yield a change in attitude, focus, or perspective. Now, I don't know where you all are, but several friends of mine fished me out of a poverty stream, and if I can do the same for just one person, that would be amazing. So you've probably heard it said, and I quote, "You can't fix stupid." Well, that's really negative and also not true. You see, it would be better stated, I can't help you more than you're willing to help yourself. And that plays into what I was just talking about a moment ago with the two streams and crossing from one stream to the other and helping people get out of the poverty stream and into the successful stream. The fact is that we can't, that people in the successful stream can't help the people in the poverty stream more than those people are willing to help themselves. Anyway, so one of the best ways I've found to move along in the successful stream, or a good method, I'd say, for getting from the poverty stream to the successful stream, is the exercise of creative faculty through making things with my hands. The genius is like any other muscle. If you want to improve your heart, you need to exercise. Likewise, prosperity is facilitated by the exercise of the creative genius. I'm going to leave you with this thought, which was given to me by my personal mentor, Carl Francis. Wealth and abundance is a state of mind, and so is poverty. The only two things wealth and poverty have in common is that they each originate from a particular state of mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.